Hey chickies, okay, today we are doing fire nails. They're so much fun. Let's get into it. I really hope you like it. Now firstly, for the fire, I'm using Snail Vinyls Fire Vinyls, and they are really easy to use. All the details about everything I use will be in the description box down below as per usual. It's best to use a pair of tweezers to take the vinyls off their backing sheet. Just means because you don't want to get any oil on them whatsoever. And the most important thing that I could ever say to you is to put a top coat over your base color first. Wait at least 15 minutes and you'll see exactly why in a moment. Now the polishes that I'm using are from Picture Polish, and they're Nemesis and Revenge. They look very similar, but they in fact are not very similar at all. Now once you have your vinyl down and you've got it completely flush with your nail, you can go ahead and paint with your desired color. I'm firstly using Nemesis and then coming back in over that with Revenge straight away. Pretty much it's like literally seconds between the two coats. The reason I do that is that, well, because I wanted the really sparkliness of the Revenge and I wasn't sure if it was going to be a one coater, so I decided just to go straight over the top with that. Then, as I said before, take the vinyl off straight away. Do not wait. Like seriously, don't wait. Now, as you can see, I missed a little bit, but I will fix that later on. And then on the next nail, I'm basically using the opposite of the previous vinyl, making sure that it goes over my the tip of my nail on this particular one. Make sure that your nail vinyl is completely stuck down and very flush to your nail. And it's this one where the base color came up, or the base bit came up, but I was able to fix it. Anything's fixable, especially with Seche Vite, which is what I used as my top coat. And then on this nail, coming back into this one where I actually missed a little bit, I'm just using a small brush and some of the polish just to fix that little bit, because it just was irking me a little bit. But see, anything's fixable. It's all fixed now. And once all of your polish is completely dry, and it's really important, especially if you're using dark colors with white, that you make sure it's completely dry before you use a top coat. I'm using Seche Vite for this one. And then I'm going to go over that with Picture Polish's gloss on top. And that's it for this one. I really hope you liked it. Now this shot is taken at night time, and then the next morning I actually took a shot of it in full morning sun, which I think is absolutely beautiful. Now stay tuned for answers to your previous questions. And now it's time for our Q&A session. First question I have is from Rebecca Carson. She asks about getting air bubbles in water marbling. Now I think it has more to do with how fast you dip your nail into the pattern you've created. Try and do it slowly, or not, you don't want to do it at a snail's pace, but try not to do it too fast. And I think that's one of the reasons why people get air bubbles. That's just my theory. I haven't really tested it out completely, but I think that makes a lot of sense. The next question is from someone called Loom Master. Her actual name is Jenna. So hi Jenna. Now she asks whether or not I paint my left or my right hand, and whether or not I paint my thumb. I paint my left hand because I'm right-handed, and I never paint my thumb, mostly because it's a really weird filming angle, so I just don't bother. Now Jenna also asked what my favourite nail polish brand is. I don't actually have a favourite nail polish brand. I favour neon polishes and pastel polishes and whites and blacks. Anything that glows in the dark, anything that glows under my black light, those sorts of things. Glitter polishes I like, but not as much. Now Anna Silkman asks, how do you keep your nails so perfect? Well, for starters, they're not. There is no such thing. But I am going to be doing an updated nail care routine video very, very shortly. I'm sorry it's taken me so long to do that, but I use a lot of cuticle oil all the time, every day, without fail. That's one of my major steps, but I will be covering all of that in a video coming very shortly. Now M. Devereaux, in brackets Crazy Cats 13, asks, how long should you keep your nails? And that really does depend on the person and their life, what they do, if they play sport, if they don't, if they have kids, if they don't, that sort of thing. I used to have very, very long nails, and for some reason I was able to keep them from breaking for a very long time. But I would say A medium length is pretty good, or just past the tips of your fingers is a really good length for most people. Now, Amber Wilder asked a question about wetting your makeup sponge when you're doing gradients. And yes, I have heard of people doing that. I've done it a couple of times myself. Majority of the time that I do gradients, I don't wet my sponge simply because I forget to. I forget that that's something that I can do. But yeah, that's the only reason why I don't do it. It's not because I've got anything against it. But yeah, have at it. Give it a go. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, don't do it. And that's it for this Q&A. I really hope you ask me some questions at the end of this video, down in the description box down below, and I will answer them in the next video. So thank you very much. And thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you very much for that delicious thumbs up. Bye.